Good evening, one and all. Mm, I hope you all know the motive behind gathering today for this webinar on basics of blogging. I can see still some of the participants are logging in. So what we can do is we can just wait for a minute or two and then we can start with this webinar. The intention behind this webinar is to make the freshers, what we call them as newbies in this blogosphere or world of blogging, bit familiar to what blogging is and how one can make his career, his or her career in world of blogging. Basically the target audience for this particular webinar is those students or those friends of mine who basically have very less knowledge as such in the field of blogging, and with some continuous requests from their side, I would like to share what I have learned from my experience in last 1 year in this blogging career. For this particular workshop or this particular webinar, it would be a kind of one-way talk which would be given by me. I just wanted to know from the participants whether I am audible to everyone. If I am audible, just you can put some message on the chat window which is available with you on the right hand side. Any one of you can do it. Whether I am audible to everyone. I hope there is no problem in listening my voice. Can anyone just ping me in the chat window which is available on the right hand side of your system? Okay, so I got the reply from few of the participants telling that I am properly audible to them. So without wasting much of the time, we would like to match up with the time which was given for this particular webinar. So I would not be waiting much. Rest of the participants would be joining. I would be starting with this session by a brief introduction of mine, still not required as such because all the participants for this today's workshop basically know me personally. Myself Sayyad, I'm working as an assistant professor in Anasab Dange College of Engineering and Technology, Ashta, and also working as a part-time blogger, and I do have my own blogs, suhailsayyad.com and tutorialsfortech.com. This is brief from my side. To add more on that, I started with my blogging career 1 year back, and yesterday I completed first ceremony of my first blog, that is suhailsayyad.com. So it is kind of occasion where I can share my experience in this blogging world with my current students or my friends from my engineering background. So I thought of having a webinar on this particular topic. This webinar would be a kind of thing where I would be first telling you some fundamentals behind blogging, and I will be showing you some kind of practical demonstration so that it will be helpful for the new beginners to start up with their own blog. So what I have done is I would be taking some sample example in front of you, and I would be demonstrating it on screen, and you will be able to get this particular recording on YouTube also post this webinar, so that you can recollect what things have been taught and then go ahead with your own experience by building your own blog at the end of this webinar. So as the topic suggest, first we would like to clear in our mind like what blogging is. Blog and website are something different. Blogs are basically are written in order to share knowledge which a individual has. Like if I am very much into entertainment, like I do like watching movies, Hindi movies. So what I can do is I can have a blog where I can tell my experiences of watching movies. So that would be considered as my personal blog, where I do write articles on movies. So it is different from that of a traditional website as such. The website which can be either static or dynamic. Uh, so basically blogging is something where we do write articles which will be helpful for the community, and it would give certain returns to us as well. So before starting with the details, first thing that we should consider in the field of blogging is selection of niche. Now what this is all about. Um, Whenever you try to build your own blog, you should first concentrate on some topic around which you want to do blogging. So you should fix that topic in your mind, and after finalizing that topic you can go ahead in building your own blog. Basically when professional bloggers work, they do target a particular niche site. We say niche in the sense a particular domain as such. So in my previous example, as I told you, a blog which was written for reviewing the Hindi movies, so it becomes a entertainment niche as such. If someone is interested in writing technical articles, so the blog becomes of tech niche. Someone is interested in writing about designer clothes as such, so that becomes a fashion niche. So these are different niches as such. So what an individual should do is, before entering into the field of blogging, he should first select a niche where he can put his expertise into. Like he should be able to write articles which will be helpful for others. It will be helpful for the target audience. They will come back and read your article. So you should be an expert enough to write something on it. So you should first sit down, think deep on what niche you want to concentrate, and then try to go ahead in the process of building your blog. Now sometimes what happen is, you are very much into interested into a topic, but that topic is not of interest for anyone else. I mean to say anyone else means only less number of audience is interested into that topic. So picking up such type of topic would be not good choice, what I would rather say. So the third point as such in the presentation, you can see, don't look for personal interest. Pick something that can provide you some returns. If you're writing on such topic which is not entertaining the target audience, if no one is coming to read your blogs, then writing such blogs is of no use. So sometimes what we need to do is, while picking up the niche, we should consider whether the particular topic which we are picking up for writing the articles, will it help to the target audience. Now if it is going to help the target audience, then you pick up that particular niche for your writing. So sometimes you need to overlook on your personal interest and pick some topics which can provide you some returns in this field of blogging. Now once you have picked up the particular niche, you have identified a particular niche in which you wish to write your blog, then what next you have to do is, further you can go for selection of keywords. So what the selection of keywords are basically. Now suppose I am interested in writing a technical blog. Now technical telling is a vague point as such. Technical can further be detailed out to a domain of Android, to a domain of Apple, say to a domain of Windows. So there are many details inside that particular niche as such. So you need to further dig out into that niche to start with your blog. So for that you need to do some kind of research in identifying various keywords within that niche. So say for example, if I am interested or I am good in doing Android programming, so what I can do is, further I can drill down from a technology niche to more details in the form of an Android blog. So for that I need to do some kind of research and identify a particular keyword or a particular target, I can say phrase, on which I have to build my blog as such. So for that I need to do some kind of research in keyword selection. Now how I'm going to do this type of keyword selection? Now, am I going to do this process manually? If you start doing this process manually, it will take a lot of time for doing such kind of research. You can make use of some tools for doing the keyword research. One such good tool that you can use is a ready-made tool provided by Google. That tool is Google AdWords. Okay, so what you can do is you can just Google out for Google AdWords, and there you can check for a tool called as Keyword Planner. So in that Keyword Planner, you can put in a particular niche, and you can list out different keywords, and against that keywords you will be able to see the competition of around the globe, what kind of website, what kind of blogs are there for that particular keyword, and you can pick up a particular keyword for your interest for building your own blog. So and this process of selecting keywords is not only restricted to starting with your blog, but this is a continuous process. Now once you have picked up a particular topic, you need to keep on writing articles. So every time you think of writing a new article, at that point in time you have to do some kind of research on the keywords. So for that you will have to make use of these tools, keyword tools, which are available, so that you can find best keywords which are having less competition and which are having more searches on Google, we can say. So if more people are searching on Google for that particular keyword, and less competition as such is there. Competition in the sense there are less articles, there are less pages available across the globe which are indexed by the Google. So the probability of getting your page ranked on Google will become high. So in that case you have to work for this particular keyword selection process for each and every article that you write further when you have done with your setup of your blog. So finding these good keywords will be the first thing that you should keep on your mind, and the base keyword or the base point which you have considered in your mind. Say for example, I have in my mind a topic related to Android. So what I should do is I should have that word Android in my domain name. So whenever you go for registration of your domain, make sure that whatever niche you have picked up, whatever keyword you have picked up, you are having that particular keyword as part of your domain name, and so that the process of ranking will become more easier, or the results will be on your part rather. So make sure that this main keyword which you are picking up for your particular blog, that keyword appears in your domain name registration. So where you can register your domain, there are various options of registration of your domains. One can easily go down to BigRock or GoDaddy. Various domain providers are there. There you can check with the available list of domains. You can try out some names depending upon your keyword research, and if that particular domain is available, then you can go for it. Now normally don't go for regional based domains. What I meant to say is, don't purchase a domain with an extension of .in or say .eu. So these becomes regional domains. What you can do is you can pick up the domains which are global in nature, like .com. So always try to have, for beginners I would rather say, go for a domain name which is .com in nature and not .in, because .in is only restricted to Indian users as such. So go for a registration of domain name which is of type .com, we can say, and make sure that your keyword which you have found out of your research by making use of the tools like Google AdWords, that name appears in your domain name, so that it would be better for the ranking purpose when you are into much deeper side of your blog process. Now once you are done with the registration of your domain, next thing that comes in our mind is hosting. Hosting is, in simple words, we can say the space now, or the area in which I am going to store my pages of my blog, where I am going to have those files which are there on my website or which are there on my blog. For that I need some space, and I need to have that particular thing available with me, and that in simple words is called as hosting. Now hosting can go for multiple options. I have picked up very generic options for today's presentation, as most of the audience are newbies or freshers in blogging. The first option of hosting is a paid hosting, or we also call this as self-hosting. Another option is free hosting. So paid hosting, the option is, or self-hosting, the option goes in the form of WordPress, and free hosting goes as an option of CMS platforms. And once a CMS platform is Blogger, which is a tool, we can say, or which is a not tool, which is a product basically, which is provided by Google. So for today's demonstration, I would be rather picking up Blogger as a product for the demonstration purpose. It is free, so it attracts the newbies more. And once you learn the process of blogging much into, you go dig in, then you can shift from Blogger to WordPress. I make a point here that WordPress is having many advantages over Blogger, but Blogger also has its own advantages. So it is a choice of a user whether to go with Blogger or with WordPress. But for newbies uh, who are fresh to the world of blogging, what I would suggest is to start with Blogger, because it is bit simple to use, and you can make use of this tool very easily as compared to WordPress. So you can first jump into this world of blogging by having a blog on Blogger, and further, if you get or you earn expertise in this particular field, then you can think of shifting your uh, blog from Blogger to WordPress. That can also be done, which itself is another topic which we can have for discussion. So for today's particular webinar, as I already stated, I will be picking up the Blogger as the platform for giving some kind of demonstration in making a setup of the blog. Now the next part, that how we can set up our blog. Now we are done with the purchase of our domain. We know where we are going to host our website, so the two answers are clear to us. I have purchased my domain from, say, Big Rock, or I have purchased my domain from, say, GoDaddy, and I have that domain name available with me. I have its control panel login details available with me, which is given by the respective service providers. And I also do have a platform of, say, Blogger, where I can host this blog. Now given these inputs to me, my job is now to set up the blog. So we will take sample example of Blogger platform, and I will shift from this presentation and would rather go for the demonstration of how we can set up a blog. Before going to that, I would like to see if any uh, questions have been come across. There are few questions, but I would be attending those questions at the end of the session. So I would be shifting for the demo. So all of you are able to see the screen. If anyone can just tell me on the chat window whether the screen for the demo is visible to you. Okay, so the screen is visible is what I have seen from few participants on my window. So I would proceed with the demonstration. What you can see on this particular screen is one of my blogs which is already set up, which is tech tutorials. This blog is the name of this blog is tutorialsfortech.com, and on this particular screen you can see the home page as such of configuring my particular blog. Now you will land up on this page provided you have done with the setup. So what I would do is I would first log out from this window, so that I would let the target audience know where you have to come from to this particular window. So you can use blogger.com. If you write blogger.com, you can use your own Google account. So your Gmail username and password you can use for creating your blog. So I will log in into my account. sorry, log in into my account. Now this shows the home page of the Blogger login for my particular account. Now here I have an option of creating my new blog. So you can use this particular button to create a new blog. So once you use this new blog, you'll get an entry over here for the newly created blog. So you have to give title for your blog, you have to give a default address. So the default address will be of type blogspot.com initially. Further, you can customize your purchased domain with this particular address. How we can do, I will show you in the latter part of this particular webinar. But initially what you can do is you can give title for your blog and you can write address for your blog, and you can pick some of the sample templates. All these things you can edit in the latter part. You can give a different address, you can select a different template, but once done you just will do a create blog, and after creating that blog you will get an entry over here telling that your blog is created. No doubt you'll have nothing in that particular blog initially, all things you need to configure, but now when you click on that particular blog you'll get this type of page which we were initially able to see. So I hope everyone has got to know from where to create our own blog. Now after creating this blog we have to do some settings so that we can start doing with the blogging. So you can, on the left hand side you can see various options available for setting up the blog which is hosted on Blogger platform. Now the first option you can see over here is overview. The overview basically gives you the page views across the globe which are happening on your blog, the page views for current day, the number of comments that are published, followers that you have for your blog. So such type of information is available in the form of summarized way on the home or the overview page of your blog. Next is the blog is basically where we write posts. So you can have an option of posts where we can see whatever existing posts that I have written for my blog. If you want to write your own new post, you can write by clicking on this particular button. So if I do a new post, I can write particular article for my blog. So I will give title for my blog, I will give the content, and further I can publish it by clicking on the publish button. So I would not do it rather now. So you can see a blank entry has come in the form of draft which I have recently created. So such type of entries will be created. I didn't publish it, so it has come in the form of draft, but once you publish it you will see there is no label of draft as such. So all the articles that you have published will be coming over here. So before you go into depth of writing your articles, what you need to do is you have to select a particular template. Okay, so these are the simple and dynamic templates which are available and which are given by a Blogger, and all these templates are CMS templates. So basically you can use these templates, or what you can do is you can have your own template written in the customized form. So for that you need to go in edit HTML, and here you need to code for your own template. If you are not good into that coding, what you can do is you can get many free templates available on net, Blogger templates. So what you can do is you can just Google out for good templates that you feel are good. What I would recommend is one of the template which I have picked recently for my blog. This template has been designed by one of the professional blogger, Imran. He is from Hyderabad basically, and this is a good Blogger template which of course he has kept as a freeware for others to use. Make sure that you are taking such Blogger templates which are free, of course, and whenever you use anyone's template, do give some kind of credit to those developers. So you can see here acknowledgement in the form of designed by Imran of ATV. So whenever you are using anyone other's work, you make sure that you are giving back some kind of weightage to their work. So what you can do is you can just download those XML files from Google. If you find that template relevant, make sure that you edit that template so that it suits best to your requirement. You can see here different type of HTML coding itself is available. It is not that difficult. HTML coding is a simple job as such, so you can just make the changes in that particular CMS template and configure your template. After doing that, you can see another section of layout. For a particular template, you will have some kind of certain layout. So the default layout of that particular template will be visible in this particular section. You can do changes in the layout if required over here. So on the left hand side, you can see there will be a blog post. On the right hand side, you can see there is some script running. This script is the Facebook like box. You can see the fan page like box which is there for my particular blog. So for that I have written some kind of script, so you can find that script over here. And below that there is popular post, which is a plugin basically which has come from Blogger, so that you can see over here popular post. So you can add different gadgets. The bottom also I have a contact form. There is a follow gadget, so that gadgets you can see at the below part. So it is not that difficult to configure your blog. If you pick up a particular template, you will get that particular layout of that particular template, and you can add the gadgets as per your requirement. You can also find many sample codes available on net for configuring of gadgets. It's like when you jump into this process, you will learn more after googling your queries. Next, you can see some basic settings that you should consider while doing the setup of your blog. Now, in the basic part, you can see here you can give the title for your blog, the description for your blog. Now here is the part which I was talking about, configuring the new domain which you have purchased from domain service provider to the existing name that was configured earlier. So this name, tutorialsfortech.blogspot.com, this was the name which was given by me when I created the new blog. Now I have to redirect this particular URL to www.tutorialsfortech.com. So for this I need to do some kind of settings, and that settings I am going to do in this section of Blogger. So before doing these settings, what I must ensure is I have purchased this particular blog from a domain service provider, and that domain service provider has given me the details of control panel. Control panel is where I will be doing some kind of settings for my particular purchased domain. So make sure that you have purchased your domain as per the research of your keyword in which you are going to write your blog, and after doing that process of purchasing, you make sure that you have all the relevant information of control panel of that particular blog. Now once you have that particular information, you can go ahead for the process of configuring the redirect. You can do that redirection over here. You can read the instructions for that redirections in this particular you can say in this particular area of the blogger. Just what we need to do is we need to add the entries for CNAME and A records in the purchased control panel of the domain. So you will find a detailed description of how you can do it on different service providers. You just can read this document and you can understand by yourself that how you are going to put this particular name in place of tutorialsfortech.blogspot.com. So you can pick up the entries from here and you can paste those entries in the control panel of domain name service configuration of your domain service provider. So in the GoDaddy, you if I take example of GoDaddy, there you will be having a place of configuring the DNS names for a particular domain, and you can pick up the entries which will be available in that particular article where I have opened. It will be specific for your blog. Everyone will have their different entries, and you can pick up those entries of CNAME and A records, and you can put those entries in your GoDaddy account, and then this redirection will happen. After doing that, you can add multiple authors to your blog. If you want a blog to be run by multiple people, you can add authors. 2-4 people can be working as authors, one can be admin, or a couple of them can be admin. So such type of sharing can be done in the form of blog authors. Further, you can see some kind of settings that how much post you want to see on your main page. So how you want to configure your comments, who can comment on your blog, what is the type of moderation that you want on your blog. Like always you want a moderation to be taken from your side, or sometimes you want that moderation to happen, or never you want that moderation to happen. Such kind of things you can configure from this post and comment. Next, you can also have the configuration for your mobile. You can have the configuration for the time formats, date header formats, time zone, the comment timestamp. So it is like you can just give a shot, use it, and feel the difference in the template which you have configured. Further, you have to also make settings for robot.txt file. So you can create your robot.txt file. Now it would be a big task to explain you robots in the first lecture itself, assuming that most of the audience are new to this world of blogging. So what you can do is you can just Google out for what is robot.txt. You will get some sample articles where you can create your robot.txt file for your particular blog, and just put that content by editing this particular section of your blogger. You can have another options of exporting, importing, or deleting the blogs over here. So as I was telling you that one can export a blog from one platform to another platform, so you can make use of this option over here for exporting your blog. You can see the comments which are available on your blog from this particular section. You can configure some pages. Pages are different from that of post. Post is something which I can see over here. So these are my posts: top strategies, impact of plugins, domain name flipping myths. These are my posts. And what you can see over here: about us, privacy policy, advertise. These are pages of my blog, I can say. Okay, so these pages I can create it from over here. So I can create a new page, I can design that page. So these pages you can see, and you can configure in your template so that it will be available across your blog for all the pages. Whatever page you open, if it is part of your header or footer, all these pages will be accessible from any page, I can say. So post, as I explained you, post is something different from that of pages. Post is the articles which you basically write. Pages can be in the form of about us page, or say advertisement page. So these pages are there. So this is and the one more couple of things are also remaining. Statistics, detailed statistics. If you want, you can use this particular option. So page views, the post which you have written, the traffic sources which you are getting, the audiences basically. So all the details you can find related to your statistics in this particular part of your blog. And the most important, that is earnings, which normally all newbies get attracted. Earnings is like now you have to you are applying for the earning process. So there is a product of Google called as Google AdSense, where if you apply with your particular blog, then you will get some kind of advertisements if the approval process goes through, and that advertisements will be displayed. It is not that easy job for getting approval of Google AdSense. So what I recommend for all the newbies is, don't go for applying of AdSense unless and until you have done with minimum 6 months of blogging. Like after your blog is say 6 months old, if your domain is 6 months old, and if you have say 30-40 quality articles on your blog, quality I mean to say the content which is good, it is not a copied content, it is keyword rich, it is search engine optimized content. If such type of content in the form of 40 say 35 to 40 articles is available, and if your domain is say 6 months old, then you can go for registration of AdSense. Normally what happens is newbies gets attracted to this particular section of the blogger setup, and they just do the AdSense registration and get rejected, and it becomes difficult in the later part to get the approval for the AdSense. So you usually don't go for this option unless and until you are have reached to that particular stage in your field of blogging. So I have tried to touch many of the aspects of this particular I mean to say areas where we can set up our blog, right from overview to settings. I would be shifting from this demonstration to the presentation so that we can discuss some other points. So we have seen how we will set up our blog. Okay, so if you want to read more on themes, plugins, and what impact of selection of our themes happens on our blogs, you can read this particular article. The most important part of blogging, the content of blog. Uh, the word written over here is the most famous in this field of blogosphere, or this world of blogosphere rather. Content is king. If you have good content, your blog will be admired by many people. But if your content is not rich, if you're not having good information in your blog, no one is going to turn up in reading your articles. So always you should concentrate on rich content, the content which will make audience to keep visiting your blog. You should keep your audiences engaged. So there are different strategies of writing the content, but I would like to highlight few of the points on writing content. What should be the probable length of the article? Some people say that we should have an article of say 300 words. Some people say we should have article of 500 words. Some say 1000 words, 2000 words. I have written an article of 5000 words. So ideally speaking, out of my experience, what I would like to tell is you should have a post of say minimum 300 words at least to 1000 words, depending upon what topic you are writing. You should not make your post too lengthy. If you make your post too lengthy, your audience is not going to read it unless and until it is making the audience engaged. A post of say 1000 words is also more than 1000 words is also going to be good. But in most of the cases, if you see, if your content is too lengthy, your target audience is not going to wait in reading all that content. So most of the articles, what I do out of my experiences, I do write in the range of 300 to 500, and the content should be rich. Next is when to post. Normally when users start this process of blogging, they keep on writing articles each and every day. Don't do it that way. Ideal way of posting is having good quality articles. Write less, but write articles with good quality. The content which is not copied, the content which you will feel that it will be helpful for the target audience. So try to write such type of content, and ideally you can think of writing say 3 posts in a week or so, or say 10 posts a month, or say 12 posts a month, not more than that. If you keep on writing more articles, that is also not good for your blog. So have an habit of writing 3 articles per week, or sometimes you can give a shot of writing 4 articles per week. Sometimes you can write 3 articles, and try to post your content according to the time zone of India or United States or UK. If you are targeting US audience, so make sure that you make your post live at a time which would be favorable time for US citizens to read articles when they will come down and sit on your desk. If you are targeting an article for say Indian audience, make sure you make that post live on a time which is best suited for Indian people. Say for example late night in the evenings. If you are targeting an article for youths in India, so the ideal time of making that article live would be 10 p.m. at night. So make sure that you identify a particular time for a particular article based on the target audience, and you make that post live at that point in time. You should also write on current updates, which is but natural. If you are going to write something which is already known by many people, then it's of no use. Still, if you write something which is already known to others, but if you try to explain it in your own words in a better understandable way, that is also an acceptable job in this field of blogging. So write basically on current updates, but it is not always required that you write something which is extraordinary or which has come out of some research. So a thing which is already known can also be expressed in our own words, which will make the target audience more comfortable. So, but the thing which you are writing should be touch with the current trends or the current technology. Make sure you give proper titles to your posts, and also have an habit of writing guest blogs. Guest blogs is mean I would be writing for my own blog also, and I would be writing for someone else's blog also. So if I write to someone else's blog, the person who are reading that other blog will also come down to see what I have written on my blog. So this is how you link to other blogs. So always keep an habit of writing on your own blog, and also have an habit of writing some articles for others blog in the form of guest blogging. So if you have a good guest blogging background, if you write free guest posts on other blogs, they normally give you a link to your website. With this, that links are basically called as backlinks, and that backlink basically will be used by the Google search engine also to crawl your website. If it is do follow by nature, a link can be do follow or no follow. If a link is no follow, it won't be picked up by the crawlers, but if it is do follow, the crawlers will be using it for search engine optimization. And also the target audience who have read that particular article on that blog, he will be coming, like if he finds that article interesting, so he will be keen in meeting that particular author. So what he can do is he can read the author's biography at the bottom, and he can just click on that particular link and come to your blog, and your blog will get some visitors in that case. So always having an habit of guest blogging gives good returns for your blog. You should have a target audience for your blog. So targeting the audience is very much important. So for that you need to do some kind of market research. If I am writing a blog for say technology niche, so technology is everywhere, so I should target people who are residing in India, people who are residing in United States, United Kingdom, Canada, everywhere across the globe the technology is growing. And I should also concentrate on the say youths. Normally technology is most of the time the technology is used by youth in the country, in almost all countries. So the people who are ranging from the age group of say 18 to 30 would be my target audience. So always you should keep in mind what type of audience I am targeting while building my blog. So for attracting audience, what are things I can use? I can make use of these different options. I can make use of Google Plus. I can make use of a fan page which is created on Facebook. I can have my Twitter account. I can make use of my LinkedIn profile, Pinterest profile. I can make use of different communities in the Google. I can make use of different Facebook groups. So all these uh, social media options can be used by a particular blogger to reach to that particular audience. For example, if I am writing on a blog on reviews of Hindi movies, so I'm not interested the audience which is sitting in US. No doubt there will be some Indians who will be staying at US and would be interested in reading my reviews, but most of the audiences is going to come from India. So at that point in time, my market research will tell me that you concentrate on the target audience which is going to come from India, and which is in the age group of say 15 to 25, because youths, if a movie, if the average movie, you can say across all the movies, you can see the visitors who are going for watching the movies are youths. So in that case, I will be targeting my audience in the range of age group 15 to 25. So these kind of strategies I need to build, I need to think of before building my before writing my article. So I should have that kind of vision in my mind. Now once I have the target audience with me, uh, other point which I would like to express is some pages which a blog should have. You can see some listed pages over here: privacy policy, about us, contact us, disclaimer, terms and conditions. uh, the words explain the meaning of pages. Privacy policy is the policy created by my blog, which I want to make it clear in front of my audiences. So the policies which I have created for my blog, and I'm making it publicly available to the audiences of my blog. So if you have some kind of policies, you have to write those policies, and those policies you have to make it available to your target audience. So you can do it in the form of page. So we have seen where we can create pages. In my example of demo, you can see I had created a few pages like about us, contact us, privacy policy. So that pages are nothing but these pages which I have mentioned. So these are must pages that you should have on your blog. You should have a page for disclaimer, for terms and conditions. As and when applicable for a particular blog, you should make use of these pages. And whenever, say, Google AdSense, as I already told you, Google AdSense is a product which basically is dealing with the advertisement and earning part of your blogging. uh, they normally check that these pages are there on your blog or not. So if you're not having a privacy policy page with a valid content in that, about us page, contact us page, or say disclaimer page, if you are missing this information from your blog, you are never going to get AdSense approval. So make sure that these pages are available on your blog. The other point related to this world of blogging: subscribers. Subscribers are different from that of visitors or audiences, I would rather say. Visitor is someone who has just come to your blog. Now if I read a particular article, and if I visit that article, say for example I am scrolling Facebook, and on Facebook I saw a link which is displayed, and just I click on that link, I'm redirected to that particular blog, and there I have there I have read that particular article. In that case, I become visitor of that blog. I'm not a subscriber. Now if I find that particular article interesting, and if I find that that author is good enough to revisit, for the articles which he is going to write in the later part, so I would be interested in subscribing for that particular blog. So for that we need to have a subscription block in our blog. So we should have a subscription kind of HTML or JavaScript placed somewhere on our blog, where we can accept the email IDs from our visitors, and the visitors who find our blog more interesting to them will have or will get their subscriptions from us. And if you use subscription tools like RSS feed, or you can always make sure that these people come back and read your articles regularly, on a regular basis. So whenever you write an article, by making use of subscription tool, you can redirect those articles in the form of mails to that particular subscriber. So this subscriber becomes your permanent member of I mean to say a permanent reader of your blog. So it is very important to convert your visitors to subscriber, and it is only going to happen if you are having a quality content. So always keep in your mind, whatever you are writing, your content is of utmost important. If you are having a good content, the Google is going to like it. If you are having a good content, your visitors are going to like it, and no doubt the visitors then will be converted to subscribers. And if you have more subscribers, you are going to get more clicks, you are going to get more reads, more clicks, more chances of earnings. Okay, we are going to come to that part of earning bit later on, but before that, some tools which you might be interested once you are done with the setup of your blog. One such tools is Google Analytics. Now this Google Analytics tools you can use to check how your blog is behaving in terms of the target audiences. So there are different facilities available in Google Analytics tool. The first one is bounce rate. What is bounce rate is a person who is coming to my website, and just after reading the first page, he is jumping back to other page. He is not interested in jumping to other page of same website. So suppose someone has clicked on the article link of suhailsayyad.com, and after reading that article, he has just closed that window. He is not interested to see what else is there on suhailsayyad.com. In that case, he has bounced back from my website. So the bounce rate should be less. it makes sense. So if bounce rate is like a person is visiting, looking at only one page and closing the website. If he doesn't do that, if he is visiting multiple pages, so in that case that particular visit will not be counted while calculating the bounce rate. So less bounce rate will give you better results, because he is visiting, that particular person is visiting multiple pages of your blog. So less bounce rate is always you should target. You can also see different details on Google Analytics, that is daily visitors of your blog, returning visitors, which is of most important. A person should revisit your blog. So the number of revisiting returning visitors can also be checked by making use of Google Analytics. Also, you can see the time spent by the people on your website, the region from where the people are coming. So the reader is from, say, US, or reader is from India, reader is from UK. All these things you can find on Google Analytics. There is another ranking which is also of most important when you are working with this world of blogging. Rankings called as Alexa ranking. Alexa ranking shows how your blog is famous. Now ranking goes in the scale of 1 to infinity. So infinity is worst ranking, 1 is best ranking. So if I have a rank of, say, 1 lakh, so 1 lakh is best, is good as compared to 2 lakhs. It is good as compared to 3 lakhs. So initially when you start with your blog, you will be having a ranking in crores, then it will jump down to lakhs, then it will jump down to thousands. If you do proper marketing of your blog, and if your content is good, it will be coming in thousands. So you should make sure that you always engage your audience in such a way that your Alexa ranking is also reduced. No doubt there are many factors that affects the Alexa rankings. I would not spend that much time, because as the time constraint is for 1 hour, how to reduce Alexa ranking is altogether a different talk, which I can take for next 1 hour. But there are different tricks that you can apply for reducing your Alexa ranking. You should also concentrate of having backlinks. As I already, earlier stated, that backlinks are links which are coming to your website from other websites. So suhelsayyad.com, this link, if it is available on some other website, say techlytic.com, or say templatesdoctor.com, or say androidfix.info. So androidfix.info, there I have written one particular article, and below that article I have given my link that Suhail Sayyad has written this particular article, and his blog is on this link. So that link becomes my backlink for my suhelsayyad.com. So I should have more number of backlinks. More the number of backlink, better is the chance of getting page rank. Now page rank is something which is given by Google. Usually they used to do this process once in a quarter, but from last year they have changed their process. Last year the page rank update happened only once, and last page rank update happened in way back in December, if I'm not wrong. I'm not able to recall it, but now the process of Google has been changed. They are not updating the page rank once in the quarter. So page rank basically now goes in the scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the best page rank. This page rank is different from that of Alexa ranking. Alexa ranking is in the scale of 1 to infinity. 1 is good and infinity is bad. On the other hand, Google page rank goes in the scale of 0 to 10, where 10 is the best rank, 0 is the worst rank, I would say rather. So probably what a newbie should target is, after doing some kind of work on his blog for, say, 6 months, 7 months, wait for the page rank process to happen, and you should target that at least you should have page rank of 2. If you are having a page rank of 2, usually you are going to have some kind of earnings that might be generated. You should also take care of the domain authority and page authority. Domain authority basically will be reflecting how your domain is good in your social media contacts, and page authority will be for respective pages. Now the most attractive part of this blogosphere, money. Now once you have done all this setup of your blog, you are waiting for something to earn. Now this earning, as I explained you, one part of earning, that is AdSense. Okay, so AdSense is the product given by Google, and you are going to apply to this AdSense only after period of 6 months. Okay, now the question comes, is this the only way in which I can earn? The answer is no. I have many various other ways in this world of blogging where I can target. The one such way is paid post. Paid post is something where someone asks me for reviewing his particular product. Say for example, I would be giving an example of the first earning which I made on my blog Sayyad.com. There is one client of Wondershare. I would be revealing that client. Usually people don't reveal clients, but in this talk uh, I would be revealing one of my clients. Wondershare is a organization which basically has many products in which are basically dealing with computer users or Android users or iPhone users. So they asked me to review one of their products, uh, and they asked me to write a review and write that content on my blog and give one link, one backlink to their product on my website, on my blog. So for doing this process, I got $30 from them as my first earning, and that happened after 6 months. So for 6 months, I didn't have any earning, but at the end, after that, I got a mail from these people telling that we found your blog interesting, and we would like you to review one of our products, and in turn we would be happy to give you $30 for that. So what I did is I got a license key from their side. I used that particular product. I described it in my own words, the features, the advantages, the working of that particular product, and somewhere in the content I referred a link to their product which was given by the client, and for that I got paid by the client. So this is another way, and frankly speaking, there are various opportunities in paid post. Mind it, people do earn $500 to 300 to $500 for one article, writing one paid post article. Now it is going to happen only if you are having a good blog. Say if your blog is having page rank of 4 or say 5. One of my friend, owner of Tech Leela blog, he is having page rank 4. So such good blogs will have clients who are having say who are providing the business in terms of $300 or $500. So for one particular paid post, it didn't happen to me. What frankly speaking, I have earned most, that is $120 for one paid post. That is the highest which I have reached till date. Another way of earning is having test links. So I will not give an entire article as such, but I will provide one test link or say sidebar link or say footer link to the client, and for that particular link also some clients are interested to pay. There is also other form of earning, that is in the form of advertisement banners. So in the website somewhere you will find some banner of say 300 by 250 pixels, or say a vertical banner of say 120 by 620 pixels. So that particular region I have given to the client. We can focus on their product, we can link that particular banner to their website, and we can place it for say a period of 1 month or say 2 months, and we can get paid by the client. So having banners is another way of earning. So for this, what you need to do is you need to work on Google communities, you need to work on Facebook group, on the niche. So if I'm writing a blog on say Oracle, so I should be attached with the people in different groups, Facebook groups which are related to Oracle. I should answer to their queries. I should build my expertise. The people should think that I'm able to answer a few queries. Then they would be willing to come down to my blog and reading my articles, and I will be getting good number of clicks. If I'm getting good number of clicks, my rank is going to reduce. If my rank is going to reduce, I'm going to get good number of advertisements. So the process continues. Either client can contact you, or there is another way of finding clients also. So you can visit a webinar of one of my friends, Kulwant Negi. You can find him in my friend list. He had given a good webinar on how to find clients for paid posts. So you can see that video, which is available on YouTube, or I can share with you. That is altogether a different topic of discussion. So these are different ways in which we can earn. Hope I have tried to summarize basic concepts in today's webinar. I hope that many of you being new to this uh, blogosphere would have gained some kind of knowledge. What I suggest is for many of you is just go ahead initially uh, with the first couple of slides, like slide number 2, 3, 4, 5 is what you can concentrate in the initial part, in the initial first 15 days. What you can do is you can select a niche, you can select a topic based on some keyword research, and you can purchase a domain in on GoDaddy. You can link it to your blogger, and you can configure your blogger. So for configuring, I have shown you the screen where you can configure a blogger, and you can make your particular blog live and start writing quality content which will engage the audiences. So that's it from my side. If there are any questions, I have already run out of time. Actually, I planned it to finish in 50 minutes and give 10 minutes for the question and answer session, but already I have crossed the limit of 1 hour. But still, if any questions are there, you can write those questions in the chat window, which is available on the right hand side of your window, so that I can answer those queries. Or if you're done from your side, or you can drop, many of you know me personally, so you can drop your queries uh, to my mail id suhailsayyad2006@gmail.com, and I will get back to you. I would be sending you the presentation and also a feedback form, which would be uh, kind of uh, thing which I can pick up for my improvement in the later webinars. So thanks one and all for today's webinar and making it more interesting. Thank you.